Hello everyone, No Boundary Investor coming to you from its home here in Kirkland, Washington. And today we're going to share with you our 30-second exercise for putting together our 5-year plan. Now a little background about how we feel in regards to 5-year plans. They're essentially a waste of time, more or less, that's how we feel. Now, why is that? Well, looking back specifically to our last semester as undergraduates, all the professors in business school and all the students were talking about 5-year plans. Professors were pushing them like, you need to have a 5-year plan or else you're not going to succeed in life. And all the students were like, oh my God, I've got to have a 5-year plan. So 5-year plans back then, everyone at least had some form of it. Now you're talking about 21, 22, 23-year-olds who have zero real life experience other than maybe summer jobs and internships, just school basically, coming up with plans for the next 5 years of their life in the real world. Looking back, that was probably the worst piece of advice we could have been receiving at that time, is to have a 5-year plan. And I still feel that now. I mean, I'm well beyond the 5 years removed from undergraduate studies, but I think about the last 5 years of my life and how No Boundary Investor came to be and all the actions that have led to No Boundary Investor, and it could have never been a plan. Like, it's just ridiculous to think that 5 years ago I could have even conceived something that would lead to this today. Now, sure, we all have dreams, big visions, and I'm all for that. I'm not saying don't dream, don't have big visions. I think that everyone should, because that's what gives us hope and inspires us, right? And you definitely got to pursue your passions and have those passions. But writing them down or coming up with a detailed 5-year plan of how much you want to make 5 years or within the next 5 years and different things like that is just a complete waste. So without further ado, let's do the No Boundary Investor 5-year plan in 30 seconds here. Do the exercise real quick. There you go. No Boundary Investor 5-year plan. My time and money are spent pursuing my passions and living out my dreams. That's the 5-year plan that we have now, that we'll have next year, and that we'll have for the remainder of our lives. Now, big fans of planning, don't get me wrong, big fans of planning, 1-year plans, 3-month, 6-month plans. We actually have annual plans every year. We do that. But the reason why I think anything beyond 1 year is a complete waste of time is as you go throughout the year and you achieve these things and you follow your passions, you hit your goals, different things, a whole new world opens up. It's like climbing mountains. Once you get to the top, you get to see so much more that you never could have seen down in the valley below. So how could you ever conceive something that's really going to enhance your life 5 years from now if you haven't even gotten to the 6-month point or the 1-year point? Now, critics to what I'm saying will point out the idea with the 5-year plan is you go 1 year, you reassess. I get that, but if you're always changing your 5-year plan, then basically what you've got is a very good 1-year plan and then 4 years of stuff written out that just will never come to fruition, or in other words, a complete waste of time. Right? So to close, let me just say that Pat Flynn's book, Will It Fly? He talks about an exercise where you imagine your life 5 years from now in 4 key areas of your life, whatever the most important 4 areas of your life are. And what you do is you think about, how would my life be amazing in those 4 areas 5 years from now, so that 5 years later, my life is truly amazing. And then the idea is you write down in those areas each specific thing that would make it truly remarkable, so that you strive to attain that. And the reason why he says 5 years from now is that it's far enough in the future that you can think really big, but not so far that it's never going to happen or seems hopeless. I like that approach. I like the theory. I hate the reality of it, and here's why. Anything that you can conceive that would make your life amazing 5 years from now, you can actually make happen in the next year. And we believe that here at No Boundary Investor, and that's why we're not limited in what we invest in and what we achieve. 5-year plan in 30 seconds. No Boundary Investor.